Hello, and ayun, I must continue my discussion for us and my learnings. I want to convey some knowledge regarding on this module 1 to 6. And mm, our profession is really need the society, and the society is need us. Okay? So primary concern in society norms and professional norms such as how to gain entry into formal and informal groups, and about the symbol of professions are its stereotypes of professional, the clients, and the layman. Okay, let's proceed to the module 3 is about the micro and macro areas of social work practice. Micro social work is defined as working closely with individuals. So I said before that micro is the small uh, group or individuals only. Wherein through that we can probably make some easy way of resolving their problem. Okay, because it is a little, it's a little group. We must do case study, something like that, because it is a micro either. Sorry. So mm, micro, it is micro social work. Okay. And also the macro. Macro is a high level of gathering people. Okay? Before I said mm, macro is the most difficult part of being social worker, because you are assessing a whole community, you are organizing a community, right? And therefore you need a lot of time, a lot of effort to do something with it, to do some mm, to do some of the thinking regarding how we can we can probably make a solution to many different families, many different people around our communities. So the small groups are concealed and provide one-on-one support as clients navigate complex challenges in system. Clinical social work is the general considered a type of micro social work, as it concerns individualized work with clients and therapeutic capacity. However, micro social work also includes non-clinical social work services such as helping clients assessing important resources, importance, even important papers, important information to be needed for their particular problem. So examples of micro social work: a social worker who works at a women's advocacy center and who designed a program aimed to encouraging and supporting girls and women and participating in the social justice. So that's a micro social work. Okay, while while macro social work focus on engaging with individuals and group and the therapeutic capacity, macro social work founded upon helping large groups of people indirectly through the research, political advocacy, and far-reaching programs that address re- pre- prevalent social problems. So, example, the macro social work, a political social worker who works with government agencies and non-profit organizations or NPO to design the implement targeted campaigns against large scale of society's issues. Okay? Such as socioeconomic inequalities, gender, and racial discrimination are included to the macro, right? Because it is the whole large organization. It is our community. Micro is under of macro, right? Okay. So in module 4, let's proceed. So in module 4, we'll learn regarding to the philosophy of our professions wherein the values and dignity can't be taken. We all know that our profession is protecting the dignity of every individuals, right? And we are the probably shield for the dignity of every individual. Like for example, in the nowadays, we can put ourselves nowadays, okay? Now we experience pandemic. So as a resolution of our government, the government will make or buy a vaccine for us to become as protected. So in instance, we can put ourselves as a vaccine for the people who need to assist or help because we protect the dignity of every individuals. We protect the community for unorganized. Okay? Okay. Being developed, respect, and accepting the reality. That's the truth. Accepting the reality of our accepting the reality and making that a unity to each other in the society. Knowledge denote the figure man has built up the world and himself, and it is not as he might wish it fantasies or prepare it to be. It is a figure derived from rigorous interpretation. Those knowledge refers to the fact seems to be established by the highest standard and rationality of which man is capable to do something with it. Capable to do something regarding on his problem. Yeah. In fact, mm, we need to okay, we need to get information for us to become knowledgeable. Okay. So on module 5, we should be understand the dominant values of Filipinos and values of certain religious groups of the poor and rich the politician. Values are important to people as they often dictate their behavior and their actions. So values is very important for us, social work. We need to maintain the good values for us because the values is can bring or can make can make our personality known by other people. Okay? So, values and importance. So, yan. Look at the sum of our culture values and significance of social work practice. Social acceptance of social work is often focused with the situation where these values operated. A youth while waiting to reform continues to meet delinquent prone gang on the name of pakikisama. Okay? The word pakikisama is very familiar for us as Filipinos because we are being hospitable. In any country, we are the most hospitable, and we are known for pakikisama. Because the right thing to do is we need to make pakikisama. Okay? And politician may elicit ay pipilitin ko, the use of tulay, or go between the example of wife who is estranged from her husband will not frequently ask, okay? Frequently ask the social work to convey her husband her condition for a reconciliation. For a more appropriate, it is the painful emotion arising from the relationship with the authority figure of our society. That's a bad thing in many of the values of Filipinos. For emotional closeness and security in the family, sacrifice individual interests for a good of the family, parental striving to giving their children an education even at the cost to themselves. The mother especially making sacrifice. That's the reality in our society. Much of our family member making sacrifice for you to become good. It is good. Yeah, probably it's good. And the authority of value great influence the lives of Filipinos. Social work clients will likely consult parents and other elders instead of making independent decision. So they've been chosen to approach a social worker because we social worker we being consistent and uh, giving them a particular convenient for their problem. That's the main reason. Okay. Personal note to someone they know and the agency, and generally this client will be get some extra attention from the receipt of the letter. Utang na loob, which like many others have. Okay, utang na loob is probably in our values, Filipino values, and it is being familiarized with some of our Filipino, but sometimes it is not being performed because nowadays it changing our community when it comes sa utang na loob. Okay? So, well, mm, past explaining my learnings regarding on this module. So those beliefs make a Filipino better patient with their situation. Social workers, of course, find that this follows is used to advantage by others for their own selfish ends. About module 6, social work values can fulfill himself is premise of the beliefs that is inherently endowed with potential and capabilities. Each person has the right to self-fulfillment, okay, towards the goal. The ways of in self-fulfillment contribute the common good, self-fulfillment, the right to the right to enrich the contribution of individual members, develop of its power to socially provide satisfying needs. So it is needed to have a contribution, common contribution, even slightly or even it's a big contribution. Okay, it is a good implications. Okay, it is the right of individuals to promote changes in the social resources which do not serve his need meeting efforts, contribution to society by the individual. The democratic theory and its assumption about man form the basis of the ultimate value of social work. There are innumerable beliefs, customs,